Thank you. I think we learned a lot. So, let me ask you this. The 20 seconds you still have over, we use that as well. So, personalization, right?
Yeah.
How come we don't understand the methodology of it? I mean, as I said, it's over 10 years. I just calculated. My brain was just a bit slow. I was working on this over 12 years ago, and we still don't get it, right? I mean, there's data. Data necessarily didn't change, right? The decision tree is still there. We were able to optimize websites at that time. And, is that human failure? Mainly, right?
Look, so. I think humans are challenging, right? Like when we try to segment humans into different moods, attitudes, or behaviors, we're often flexing we flex our personalities. For example, if you create a segment, let's just call it soccer moms or something like that. Actually, there may be somebody who falls into that segment who is a working woman, and as you then personalize your marketing towards that soccer mom, she may actually take offense, right? And these are challenging things that we all face. And therefore, actually, often, as opposed to having thousands of different segments, we actually need to bubble up. Are there some key consumer insights that we can tap into, which are actually broad-ranging, which are going to be effective across a broad range of people?
When you have a vision, right, of changing something, and you work for a big company, for example, to get that buy-in from top level, I mean, when did you know that a seamless, user journey or experience is necessary to attract users to come on your website and stay there? I mean, you saw the results. I've seen a lot of people taking pictures, so we'll be copied. So, well, nobody's laughing. That's fine.
Yeah.
Which means it's true. How hard was it for you to get the buy-in to do this, what you thought is right? Because like the buzzwords AI and everything, everybody gets confused. And
I think it was the opposite. I think there was a huge support from the C-level on making people engaged and making people interested in our content. We believe that user is in the center of what we do, and it is crucial for people to feel comfortable on our websites. I think that there's no bigger challenge, and there's no bigger advantage, if I can say so. So it wasn't hard at all. It was more complicated in terms of introducing the changes in the process and the systems into the company on other levels, because we had to talk to a lot of people. It's not, as I said, it's not like you're introducing just one feature. You're changing the whole system, the automated publishing, decision making, and basically everything is related to the data now. So it's complicated for a majority of people. And you have to tell them it's okay, and make reassurances it works. So from that perspective, it wasn't difficult to convince the board. It was more difficult to convince the average employee that we're doing the right thing.
Great. Well, part of a business transformation.
Yeah.
And I mean, Chris, in terms of, you said less is more. Now, we are in a world where we still give an overdose on ads, right? Everywhere. There's an overflow. Now, do people actually recognize personalization still? Because, I would see it. I know my kids don't see any ads anymore. So does advertising personalization change? Because like you showed this example with Tom Cruise, and we are on the stage now to Google Lens,
Yeah, if you look back to the stat that I showed, the vast majority of people do find personalization annoying. I think that over the years, as our ecosystem has developed, us as an industry have done a poor job of managing the consumer and what they want, right? The CPM as a metric is sort of, we're all batting to that drum, and that hasn't been effective for us, right? We all try to say that we're consumer first, but actually, that particular metric drives different incentives across our entire, the entire ecosystem, which is, at the end of the day, this is pissing off consumers, right? They're frustrated, and I think that whilst personalization can often work, right? We've all had, it can be very effective. However, it just needs to be much more nuanced than a lot of us are currently doing.
Do you think the same thing for your on-site
I think
strategy?
the same. Yeah, I think there's a huge risk in labeling people. If you start labeling people and trying to adapt content to their, let's say, gender and say this is a female content, this is a male content, there's a huge risk associated with that. So I think that you have to be more aware that people are more diverse than just having one sticker put on their back. And I think that's what's happening with targeting. I think that's what's happening, and that's what Chris was talking about. It's there is no conflict between what we've done and what Chris was presenting, because we are trying to be more nuanced in terms of how we generate recommendations, content recommendations for our users.
Perfect. Time is off. And what I get out of this is innovation is possible, right? Less is more. But don't give up on personalization, right? Because you need this for storytelling. Well, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.